Okay, this video is on how to use graphing to solve equations. This is a great strategy because this is a strategy that can be used for questions that are not multiple choice. So if you haven't watched the video on using the STO and equal button, I would definitely watch it because that's also a great strategy. But that only works if you have multiple choice questions, whereas graphing, you don't need multiple choice to get the correct answer. So basically, any equation can be solved by graphing them and seeing where they intersect. So this is how it works. You're going to have to go to y equals on your calculator, put the left side of the equation in y1, the right side of the equation into y2. You're going to graph them, and you're going to find the intersection, so that second trace intersect. Pick the first curve, pick the second curve, press enter for guess, and then there's your solution. And if there's more than one solution, you have to do it twice. So let's take a look at what that means. Okay, so what is the solution set for the square root of k plus 64 minus 8 equals negative 2? So again, go to y equals. We're going to put the left side into y1. So we've got the square root of x plus 64 minus 8. Then we're going to put the right side into y2, so negative 2. Hit graph. Okay, so right now, I'm going to need to change my window because I don't see them intersecting at all. Right, this one is here, this one's going straight across. It looks like they're going to intersect somewhere down here. So I can either change my window to show more negative values for y, or I could just do zoom out. So if I hit the zoom and I go to zoom out and then hit enter, it zooms out a bit. Now it looks like I might have it. So let's check. So we're going to hit second calc or second trace, number 5 for intersect, first curve, there we go, that's my first one, enter, second curve, yep, enter, yes, we don't care, there's my intersection. So that's my answer. My answer is when x is negative 28, which means my answer is negative 28. Now, the one is that there only can be one variable. You can't do it with more than one variable. So the great thing about the STO button, you can store numbers in for multiple variables, and the equal button in particular, equal button, you can have as many variables as you want, and it still works. This one only works with one variable. So this one, we got our answer. Let's try another one. So here's another problem. There's only one variable, so I know it's going to work. So again, go to y equals, put the left side of the equation into y1. So I've got 5 over 3 minus, and I'm hitting alpha y equals enter to put my fractions in, 2 over x, that's my left side. My right side of the equation is 8 over x. So alpha y equals 8 over x, hit graph. Now I'm still zoomed out because remember I hit zoom out. To go back to my normal 10 by 10 window, if I hit zoom 6, it brings me back to that normal 10 by 10. All right, so right here, it looks like they're going to intersect right around here. Second calc, number 5, first curve, yep. Second curve, oh, it wants me to pick it. There we go. Second curve, guess. There's my answer. X is 6. That's choice D. All right, let's try one more. Let's try one that's going to have more than one solution. Here, well, let's try this one. We'll do absolute value. So that's going to go in y1, the absolute value of 1/2 x minus 5. So absolute value can be found by math going over to NUM in number 1. So I've got 1/2 x minus 5. That's my left side, so that's y1. The right side is 3. Hit graph. Let me make sure. Yep, that's absolute value, 1/2 x minus 5. So we know absolute value looks like a v. So I definitely don't have the entire thing here because I don't see a v. So I'm going to hit zoom out and see if I can see it. There we go. So now there's my absolute value. It's going to cross in 2 places. I don't really need to see them. I'm way zoomed out, and that's okay. I'm going to do second calc intersect. First curve, I'm up here. Second curve, one of my answers is 4. So at this point, honestly, I don't even need to continue because the only choice that has 4 is choice J. But let's continue to see what you need to do when it is more than one answer, because you got to move or it's going to keep giving you the same answer. So if I do second trace intersect, if I don't move this x, I'm going to keep getting 4. I need to move the x closer to the second intersection. So I'm moving it by using the toggle key. See how the x is moving over here? And now I'm more in this area, so it's going to give me this answer instead of this one. So again, if you have more than one, you got to move it or you're going to keep getting the same answer. So I moved it over here, enter. Second curve, enter, guess, and there's my second answer, 16. So again, this is a great strategy. You don't have to have multiple choice to do it, but you have to have only one variable. It doesn't work if you have more than one variable. But any equation, you put the left side in y1, you put the right side in y2, graph them, and use second calc number 5 to find the intersection.